What is up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, and I am here today on this beautiful Monday morning to bring to you a brand new fantasy football channel where we will be talking about everything from players, mock drafts, best ball drafts. And today, I have a special treat for you. We will be discussing the Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott. Before we get started, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when this and all other videos go live. But let's get into it. We'll talk about today's product, Ezekiel Elliott, and we are coming off maybe one of the worst seasons we've seen from Elliott, especially in his short career. Only in his sixth season, and he is only 26 years old. But still, Ezekiel Elliott last year, he had those 244 rush attempts, which he turned into just 979 yards. For reference, the year prior, Ezekiel Elliott had 301 rushing attempts for 1,357 yards. Receiving production wasn't too distant. He had 338 yards compared to 420 the year prior. But a lot of what went into the Dallas Cowboys season, of course, was losing Dak Prescott. Not only that, but Ezekiel Elliott lost a majority of his starting offensive line. And that definitely affected his overall rushing totals. Looking at some of the efficiency metrics, we mirror these stats. He had just 688 yards after contact, which ranked 29th among all rushers that had at least 100 carries. Now, 43 missed tackles. If we go back to 2019, that wasn't actually too much different from where Ezekiel Elliott was, suggesting that perhaps the offensive line wasn't as efficient blocking and Ezekiel Elliott was just getting hit closer to the line of scrimmage, affecting his yards after contact, but keeping his forced missed tackles relatively constant. From an opportunity perspective, Ezekiel Elliott's opportunity did drop a little bit. Now, some of this is due to the fact they were trailing in a lot of games, but we also had the emergence of Tony Pollard. So the snap share drops to 72%. He handles 21 opportunities per game. Both of those were declining from 2019. And the opportunity share drops to sub 70%. From a carry perspective, he was still handling about 73%, target 12%, but those were all drops from what we saw in 2019. Positively, Elliott did handle 70% of the red zone carries. That was 45 overall rushing attempts in the red zone, which ranked 7th in the NFL last year. One of the unluckiest rushers in the red zone. He finished with just 8 total touchdowns. And again, 45 red zone rushing attempts was good for 7th in the NFL. So one of the unluckiest rushers in that realm, due for some positive regression for sure. But digging into what actually happened with this Dallas Cowboys offense last year, again, they threw the ball at the 12th highest rate in football. They finished 69.6 plays per game. That was second. And their points per game, 24.7. That dropped drastically once they lost Dak Prescott. Prior to that, they were above 30 points in 3 of their first 4 games. Now, they have the 24th most difficult wins schedule projected based on win totals, and they're projected for 9.5 wins. They play in one of the easiest conferences in football. They're also returning Dak Prescott, Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, Zach Martin. All of those offensive linemen were injured last year. And they also add some weapons to the offense. Simi Fehoko was a 5th-round receiver, just providing depth for them. But overall, Elliott, he should benefit from the return of Dak Prescott and the offensive line. Again, a prolific offense, one of the better blocking units in the NFL. But he does have to worry about Tony Pollard. We talked about Pollard a little bit earlier, siphoning off additional snaps and carries and targets from Ezekiel Elliott. Pollard also was extremely efficient. He was top 5 in those efficiency metrics you saw earlier, yards after contact per attempt and forced missed tackles created. Whereas Ezekiel Elliott, he declined all the way to 29th. So how much does Tony Pollard actually siphon away from Elliott? The bottom line here, it's going to come down to workload. If you just project the workload from 2019, Ezekiel Elliott is an easy top 5 pick in fantasy football this year. However, if Tony Pollard takes on an additional workload and he maybe takes over a majority of that 3rd down role, it significantly hurts Elliott here. Based on the investment they have in Elliott, we're talking a former top 5 overall pick. I think he still remains the main ball carrier here, and that's good enough for him to be picked inside the top 10 picks. So right outside that early range of backs, we're talking Kamara, Henry, Barkley, Dalvin Cook, and Christian McCaffrey. I'm taking a long look at Ezekiel Elliott inside that top 10. But overall, that'll do it for us at Awesemo.com. Again, I'm Matt Gajewski on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button, follow the channel, and make sure to check back every single day for more content. We will catch you next time.